Hello neighbor, come on in. It's October and we're talking about gardening in October. Well, October is a wonderful time to garden. Weather's cooled down, everything's starting to come back alive, you know, not stressed out from the hot weather anymore. And I enjoy October. And what a better fit than us drinking Roselle tea in October.
Mm-hmm. You brought back a little sinus gunk from our trip.
I did.
Can't talk?
I'm doing okay. I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm doing okay. Mm-hmm. The hot tea shall help.
So that's got some peppermint, some holy basil, which is that I dried. That's supposed to be really good for congestion. And the Roselle too. Speaking of Roselle, my white Roselle is blooming. Now this is not one we carry. I hope to save a bunch of seed and we'll have a limited amount. But this is what it looks like when it blooms. And then this is once the flower falls off and then it closes up to the calyx. Isn't that pretty?
It is.
They're blooming like crazy. I'm waiting on my red ones to bloom. So here's the calyx. You got a knife? We got a lot of people asking about this. So the seed pod is there in the middle, and there's all kind of ways you can get this out. I just take a knife and pop it. And that's the seed pod right there. So you can save these.
Yeah, save your seeds by all means.
And plant them again. And this is the fruit part that you would either dry or make your tea. Now this tastes just like the red, except your tea would be clear. And I wouldn't think it was as healthy because it doesn't have all the red antioxidants. But
correct.
But it's very pretty.
Yep.
Very pretty.
So October's a wonderful month. We're going to be talking about that, but look here folks, at the end of the show we got a new product we're going to show you, plus we're doing a massive giveaway. So hang around for that. We're going to do that at the end of the show. I'm excited about our new product.
You're surprising.
Huh?
Our new product. Oh yeah. You're not going to talk about it to the end?
To the end.
Oh, cliffhanger there.
Yep.
And look at these. I still have got peppers, especially these Habanero. Look how big those are. Jalapenos. Going strong. It's like they quit blooming and then they just got another fresh breath of air, put on another set of blooms, and I've still got peppers. What you got going on in your garden?
Well, I'm in transition right now. We got back from the Netherlands. I always thought it was Netherlands. It's the Netherlands, N-E-D. And I was holding off on planting some stuff because I didn't want to leave a lot for somebody to take care of. So we got back, and Saturday I got a lot of things planted in the greenhouse. So I'm back in full force. We're actually going to talk about today what we're going to be growing in each other's garden. But I got a bunch of stuff just planted Saturday, and it's popped up in 3 days' time.
Yeah. Look what else we harvested. Isn't that pretty? The Wynne Peanuts that we sell only certain times of the year. These were planted in May in my raised bed. You want to open that up? We've got to harvest these.
Yeah, they're really green. This one is filled out so much. My goodness, I can't even shell it because they're so full. Look at there. They need drying a little bit before you try to shell them.
But these are the roasting peanuts, not really boiling.
Yeah, you can boil them, but they're better suited for roasting.
That's a big old peanut there.
Yep.
So we're going to dig these up, hopefully today, and let them dry out and roast some. So how do you think our trip was?
Trip was very good. So we spent a week, well 5 days actually, in the Netherlands. And we visited a seed company over there called Bio. Bio Seeds is well known with cabbage, beets, and onions, and cabbage, beets, carrots, and onions. Is there 4 main things they're well known for. Very interesting. Huge seed company. Research and breeding. They have 1,700 employees worldwide. So it was a quite an interesting
This
operation.
is their home office, their main office. And what surprised me was all the cabbage they grew.
We actually sat down one morning on a cabbage symposium where they went over everything, and I had no idea they can store cabbage over there up to a year. They do a lot of storage cabbage in Northern Europe, so because they can't grow anything in the wintertime, so they grow them in the summer and into the fall. They'll harvest them and put them in storage. They pull the oxygen out of a room, these big rooms, and they stack cabbage in there. They can last up to a year.
Amazing.
Amazing.
They eat a lot of cabbage. And they had celery that was gorgeous. The same kind of, is that where we get our celery?
It is.
The tango celery. They had some cabbage that I'm just about couldn't put my arms around. It was
I believe
huge.
the variety was Megatron. I believe.
Yeah, Megatron.
Yep.
It was huge. But we had a good time. Learned a lot.
I just got some leaf in my mouth from that. It's very sweet. That's stevia.
That's stevia.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. That I've got growing down there in my herb bed. So it's October, and let's talk about what you should be doing now, just in general, in the garden. And I'm going to be doing the talking mostly today because his voice is on the outs.
Yeah.
Drink you some of that tea so you can talk. So you want to clean out your beds, mainly get rid of those weeds, get rid of that old debris. Some of it you can turn under, some of it you just need to burn if you don't want to harbor those diseases.
Or put it in your compost pile.
Yeah, but if it's disease, you really don't want to put it in
Not
your
really.
compost pile.
Not really. It's just like housekeeping. You want to clean up every now and then and get everything nice and tidy.
But get all those weeds gone, and if you can, plant a cover crop to hold it over or put a tarp on it.
Yeah, so you can actually take this debris that if it's not diseased, whatever, leave it on there or turn it under or add some compost and then put your tarp or something on it and let those earthworms do all the work for you.
Get your soil test. Great time to get your soil test so you know what to do in the spring.
If you need to adjust, excuse me, I'm sorry. You know how I am.
Go ahead.
If you need to adjust your pH and you got to do it with lime, you definitely want to know what you need to do before you do it. But it can take up to 3 months for a lime to activate. So you want to do it way in advance.
Amend your soil with your compost and all the organic matter you can get in there. Cover crops. Replenish your mulch if you got areas with mulch. Clean and sharpen your tools.
Yep.
Clean up that tool room.
Yep, I need to
You
do
know,
that.
we talked about this last year.
I know. And I did it last year, but it's time to do it again.
Yeah. But you kind of wait till it gets cold
Yeah.
before you do that. Another thing you could be doing is dig and divide your spring bulbs. So like your daylilies, your amaryllis, this is what I have. And I did some of that. My garlic chives, I split that up. So anything that needs splitting, go ahead and do that. And if you're planting any tulips or daffodils, those spring flowering bulbs, now is the time to plant them, in October, for us.
So you've been busy in the last few days getting your garden back going again.
Oh, yeah.
What all have you been planting?
Okay, so the first thing that I planted, and actually it was 2 weeks ago, and it's up about, I would say about a foot. May throw up a picture of what it actually looks like. This is Magnolia Blossom Sugar Snap Pea. It has sturdy vines that will grow between 5 and 8 foot tall. You asked me why I did such a tall trellis. Now you know. The best part is you can eat the tendrils that taste just like the peas. And it has gorgeous flowers. So I can't wait till they start blooming. But they're looking good, and they have a lot of tendrils on them. I noticed that this morning. And then the other kind of pea I'm going to plant is Super Sugar Snap Pea. Now this is new for us. We've added it this year. Super flavor with sweet and plumper pods compared to most snap peas. It's a good cool season crop. It has intermediate vines that produce heavy bearing fruit. It's great for sauteing or using fresh. And every year I never have enough English peas. I would say that would be one of my favorite crops.
Well, now that's going to be a snap pea there that you eat, not an English pea. The English pea is going to be more the Magnolia Blossom Pea.
But no,
You can, but it's better suited for a snow pea.
Yeah, but it
You can't let them fill out.
Yeah, you can let them fill out. You can eat them that way. Then I've got some radishes, and I actually already planted these. How you say that?
Helios.
Helios golden radish. Open pollinated, produces beautiful golden radishes. It's milder than the others. Fast growing, only 25 days to maturity.
Yeah, so if you got a child involved in your garden out there and you want something that's quick, because we know children only have short attention spans, 25 days from the time of direct seeding to harvest. So that's a great one right there. If you're doing a school garden or anything that involves kids, they can see the results real quick.
Yeah. So that's a milder flavor. Now the watermelon radish is more your typical with the red inside, the white outside. It has a milder flavor than traditional radishes. The inside resembles a watermelon. It's just really pretty.
Yeah, that's one of our most popular varieties. However, it takes twice as long as the one before.
Yeah, it takes 55 days,
Yeah.
and it retains. No, that's the wrong one. Jumped ahead. Yeah, 50 days to maturity. And then the beets. We love beets, and the leaves also. So here's Touchstone Gold Beet, and I already got these planted too. They're 55 days to maturity. They're bright yellow, great flavor, and retains their color when they're cooked.
And these actually don't bleed like your red beets do when you cook them.
They don't bleed, and that's great for roasting. And then my red beet is the
Chioggia
beet. It's an heirloom variety with red and white rings that resemble a bullseye. And this one has a less earthy flavor. So if you don't like the real earthy flavor of beets, that one is a good one to do. And then our Imperial Star Spinach, we planted this last year.
Yeah, I did a lot of work with this one last year. And this is what's great about this. It has this big full leaves, unlike the baby spinach that we normally plant. So this is the only full-size Italian type spinach we sell.
And it grows more upright.
It does.
It has a longer stem. And it grew all winter long. It even survived that Arctic blast that we had.
It'll take some pretty harsh weather. So if you live further up north and you're looking for a good full leaf spinach, this Imperial Star is a great one there. I was really impressed with it last year.
And you just cut it and it grows again.
Yeah, 35 days to maturity, so it's quick.
And then my carrots. So I've been working on my carrot bed. So every day I go out there and I turn it about 8 to 9 inches. Search for any rocks or sticks because you want all the debris out of there, because that's what makes them forward. And then I go ahead and wet it, because when I plant these carrots, you want that soil good and moist. That's the key to it germinating. So I'm going to plant some yellow bunch. And I did those last year. Yellow bunch is one of the easiest ones to grow. Very easy. Scarlet Nantes. And it works great in all soil types. It's a full size. You can eat it full size or baby. So you can start eating these when they're young and as you're thinning them out. Very crisp, sweet flavor. And then the Hercules. These are the short, fatter ones. It's a Chantenay type carrot.
Yeah, these are the sweetest of all carrots. If you're looking for a high sugar content carrot, Hercules is the one there. Very sweet one.
And it does very well in hard clay soils. So if you've got really hard clay soils, this one's a good because it's fat and it don't have to go as far down. And then the flowers, I'm going to plant some calendula. And it'll last through most of the winter. Make some calendula salve with that.
And you can enjoy the pretty flowers on top of that.
Yeah. And for my cabbage, I'm going to do Greenboy. Now this is new too. Do you know anything about it?
It's a smaller cabbage, 80 and 85 days maturity. It's an earlier variety, not the earliest variety we have, but it is a mid-early variety here. It makes a good uniform, smaller type head. Good cabbage.
And then I'm gonna have, of course, my garlic, my multiplying onions, strawberries, and a few other onions when they come in November. So that's what I'm planting.
And all that you direct seeded except for the cabbage.
Yes. So since I'm a little behind, everything's being direct seeded except the cabbage.
Yep. All right, so what have I got going in my garden? Well, I've got onions planted. I've got my multiplying onions planted, and they're doing well. But I'm also getting ready for my Vidalia, my sweet type onions that we'll be planting next month. So I got that spot. I'm getting prepared for that. Flacilla, I got some flacilla planted as a cover crop. Bunching onions, I'm planting a new variety of bunching onions that we're trialing out in one of my raised beds. Now, bunching onions, if you don't know what is that onion that you eat, some people call it a spring onion. You plant them, they grow off pretty quick, you pull them, and you eat them that way. So we got a new variety there that's really been touted well. I'm interested to see how it's going to do.
They do really well freeze-dried or dehydrated.
Yep. So if you like those green tops, that's a good option for you there. Collards, I got top chops planted. They came up in 3 days' time.
Wow.
3 days' time they emerged. So we love our wintertime collards there. Mustard, I'm going to direct seed some Savannah mustard because we've got to have mustard come Thanksgiving. Cover crops, I'm leaning into that, trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing. I need to get them planted this month for sure, but I'm going to do some cover crops. Probably some mixtures I'll do out there on that on a plot or two. I've got some ginger planted.
I got ginger planted too. Mine's really big. You just got yours in the ground.
Yep. Strawberries, so I'm getting my plot ready for my strawberries. We will be shipping strawberries the middle of this month sometime. We're waiting on the grower to give us an exact date when they're going to ship. Expect your strawberries in October. I'm getting my plot ready for my strawberries. And also elephant garlic. I'm going to plant some elephant garlic. Time to plant your elephant garlic. Speaking of all that, we are sold out of strawberries. We may have a few more if they come in, just a few more, but we'll have to wait till we get all our orders out and see. We're not going to have many, but we may have just a few. We're sold out of all the garlic with the exception, I think, of German white, organic German white. We got some of that, and we got elephant garlic left. But it's moving quick, so if you want any of these, you better get them because they're going to be gone quick. We're pretty much sold out of all the other varieties.
How's your peas doing?
Peas are doing okay what the rabbits didn't eat. The rabbits ate about half of them down, but I salvaged about half the crop, so we're doing okay when we're on that. So
busy October planting.
Busy October.
I'm so glad to be back in the garden.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, it was good to be away for a few days, but man, I've never been anywhere I did not enjoy getting back home. And I enjoyed coming back home, getting my dog, Maggie Jane, out of the jail, getting her back. She stayed at the
laundry mutt.
And it costs about as much to leave your dog as it does for your motel room nowadays. Dogs have gotten very expensive, but Maggie Jane's worth it.
Yeah. Garden Spotlight.
Yep.
This week is Brenda Milner, Zone 8A, Central Mississippi. And she sent us some pictures of her jambalaya okra from Hoss and some squash. So I'm not sure, these might have been some older pictures. But look at that squash.
Wow.
Pretty.
Yep. Thank you, Lisa. I mean, excuse me, Brenda. I got my Lisas and my Brendas mixed up there.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and do the old goat while you get your voice together.
Okay.
So the old goat is a goat figurine somewhere here on the set. And if you'll comment where you find the old goat, we'll put your name in a drawing. Now, we didn't have a drawing last week because we were out of town. So this is from 2 weeks ago, the garlic tasting that we did. And Lisa Crosby. And Lisa said her children really enjoy finding the goat every week. So, Lisa, we will get you some coveted Get Dirty socks in the mail.
We need your shipping address, sent to customer@hosstools.com. All right, so our new product we've been waiting on a while is our new hopper for our garden cedar, folks. And we're excited this finally, way behind schedule, but it finally came out. So with this new hopper here, this is a drill hopper. And you got a gate on the front of it. The seed comes out the front there, and you can adjust this gate right here. For how, can you see that little hole right there? You can adjust this gate for the amount of seeds you want to come out of it. It has an agitator inside. This is the agitator right here. So you can plant any seed with this drill hopper. Any flower seed, any seed period, you can plant with this drill hopper here. Cover crops, doesn't matter. You can plant with this right here. And the agitator moves the seeds around, and then you just open the gate to where you want it to flow out of. Now, it didn't have an on and off switch. What you do is you get to the end of the row, you pick up the back wheel, which is a drive wheel on the cedar. It quits putting out seed, and you move around and set your drive wheel back and go at it again.
And this goes on our
garden cedars.
Garden cedar.
So this is an attachment that goes, you just simply take the old hopper off, put the new hopper on, switch them back and forth. One wing nut to do that. So we're excited to have that. We got them on the site as of right now. So check that out. We got some videos coming out as well.
Yeah, Tuesday night, there's a video coming out showing in detail how to use it.
So we talked about the big giveaway, folks. We got a good one right here for you. Now we've got a good many of these red onions.
Those are multiplying?
These are multiplying onions, and they're not looking real good, but they still will be okay. But what we're going to do is we put a handful in every bag, and we've got 18 bags that we're going to give these away. So what you do is send in an email, and you put on there, Get Dirty Onions with your address, and the first 18 people that we receive an email from is going to get a bag of these multiplying onions. Now they look rough, but I promise you they'll come out and be fine. So plant these, they multiply, and save them from here forth going out, and you will always have you some red.
And where did you get those?
I got these out of Texas. Yep. Got 18 packs, so we can't serve everybody, but the first 18 of y'all, boom, get a free gift.
So our email is CUSTSERV.
No, CUSTS. Yeah, you correct. That's the Roselle T.
Or short, we'll get it too if you just do CS for customer service at hosstools.com.
Okay. It's on our website, so go there and check it out.
And what do they need to say?
They need to say, Get Dirty Onions. Get Dirty Onions, and put your shipping address, first 18, get a prize. Plant them, baby them a little bit, and you'll have nice multiplying onions for the rest of your life if you save your seed stock.
Awesome.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us. Good to be back. Now it's time for you to get everything together in this cool weather, get outside, enjoy it, and get those hands dirty.